thank you, Commissioner Warren. Thank you for welcoming me to the league, and thank you for what you're doing for our league. Also, thank the media for coming out today, being able to be here in front of you and being able to have you guys back out. I know it's been a long time, but we're starting to get back to normal, and it feels like normal again. And also thank you to the other coaches who've been welcoming me, as I'm getting started in this league and answering questions and sending out thank yous. And it's almost like, hey, I don't really need it now. Like, I'd love for them to be more welcoming in like January and February, but we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to be here. Like, I'm honored to stand here before you as the head coach at Penn State University, and I'm honored to represent our great university. But I'm also honored to be a head coach in the Big Ten. And as an Indiana kid, like, this is my home. Indianapolis is my home, and to be able to stand here in front of you and represent Penn State University is a proud moment for me. I'm excited about our team, right? There's no outside expectations that I really care about except for the expectations that I put on myself and the expectations that we have in our locker room. So just like everybody else that's come up here and everybody else in college basketball, everybody in college basketball is old, right? There's a lot of guys that have come back. There's a lot of players that have played a bunch of games and they're back in college basketball. And I can say with the fact that we're one of the oldest, I believe we're the third oldest team in the country. We have 7 seniors this year, with 4 of those being senior pluses. And then we have 2 juniors outside of that. So to have your top 9 guys be juniors and seniors, like, that's something that you can build off of. I was thrilled when I got here to have a guy, like a Miles Dredd, tell me that he's coming back and tell me he's staying. A guy like a Sam Sessoms to tell me that he's staying. And then to get the fortunate opportunity to get John Hare and coach him and have him back and be a part of our team, get Seth Lundy back and be a part of our team. Like, that's thrilling for me as a first-year head coach, because I have a building block of guys that have been in the Big Ten, guys that have played in these arenas, and not necessarily empty. They've played in the full arenas, and they know what it's like to win in this league. They know what it takes to win in this league. And then we added some talented newcomers. We have some good players in our mix that we have, and I'm excited about the talent that we have. Jalen Pickett is a really good guard that transferred from Siena. He's going to be able to help us tremendously. Greg Lee is a transfer from Western Michigan who's also a senior plus, and he's a guy that's going to match the energy that John Hare brings every single night. And when you start putting guys together like that, older guys that have played basketball, you have an opportunity, to play the right way. You have an opportunity to have guys that aren't scared to go into different venues. They've played a lot of college basketball. They also know what winning basketball looks like. So I'll open it up to any questions.
Second row.
Micah, Mike DeCourcy from Sporting News. Coaches who become head coaches after being assistants for a long time, and you were with some great coaches. Talk about the challenge, the shock of moving across like 12 inches on the bench. What's been the most surprising thing to you? Obviously, you haven't played any games yet, but what's been the most surprising thing to you about becoming a head coach and having that responsibility?
Yeah, good question, Mike. Really everything right away. You go with this plan as an assistant coach, and you go to all of these strategy sessions, and you write down what you're going to do as a head coach. This is what 30 days is going to look like. This is what 60 days is going to look like. And I took the job, and there's no manual. I'm flipping through the pages. There's no manual for the transfer portal. There's no manual for COVID, and you're trying to navigate all of that. Like I said, I've had the opportunity to work for some really good coaches, and like Division III coaches, Division II, and obviously Brad Stevens and Matt Painter are 2 of the best. And I've said it before. I called Coach Painter like 5 straight days, and he picked up every single time. Right, to have a guy like that be able to be there for you, to answer questions, to help you along the way. has been tremendous, and like as good of a person as it gets, to be able to have him in your own league answer questions like that. So everything that comes at you at one time is a tough challenge, is a tough transition. But I'm learning each and every day. I'm learning with these guys back here what practice looks like. And I change practice in the middle of practice based on how they feel. So, the best advice Brad and Coach Painter have given me is just be yourself, and you'll do great.